What's up, guys? Matt Manduke here, and I wasn't going to do any episodes tonight because of the need for lighting and it being nighttime. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I've been staying up too late many nights and in a row. Um, that's the trouble with living other people's lifestyles. Um, anyway, tonight I have for you story time. And I love the sausage. Mouth fart. As many of you who know me personally know, and like I say, how everything gives me some sort of gas, or hey, I got finger puppets. That's not even my finger. I refuse to hold it in. It hurts my butt. It hurts my body. Hurts my belly if I hold it in, and it's not good for you to hold it in. So I let it out. My favorite places to rip loud ones. Uh, Anywhere. My favorite places to rip silent ones are in stores, grocery stores, auto parts stores, vape shop, crowded department stores, hair salons. But this story isn't based on, just farting in public because that's a regular occurrence. Sometimes I actually eat beans, burritos and stuff just with the intention of going shopping. It happens. But this isn't a story about that. This is a story about let's see, it was Easter night and me and the girl I was dating and I believe my dad was there. I think that was the night that he played the infamous videos of him playing guitar that were lost due to a whole other story. And my cousin. My dad played guitar for a couple hours, and it was like I'd had Easter dinner: asparagus, eggs, baked beans, sausage, potatoes, ham. So, like, my stomach took some time to cool off. By the time my dad left, which was a couple hours, because anytime he put a guitar in his hand, he would just jam out. I mean, he brought sets of music, and it was about 4 hours. We were hanging out. Um, and eventually he left, and we all settled down to pass out. Now, this was while I was living in that little house on the corner of Hogbit and Maine. You know, the one across from Summers Pools? Obviously, I'm talking to local people now, but the little one across from Summers Pools, it was 30 by 18. The beginning of my small living that I am now, it doesn't get much smaller than this and still be somewhat comfortable. So 20 by 18, it was actually there was like no installation on the place, so like it got cold and it was still kind of chilly. So instead of heating the whole house, the bathroom and the bedroom I didn't heat, and I actually slept on a futon in the living room with my girl. Well, my cousin passed out in the recliner. Now, anybody who knows him, and I'm not going to spit out his name because my cousin snores. But he's not just a he's a every pitch and tone of a snore that you can imagine in every breath. So it's just high, low, up, down, bassy, uh, treble, just the whole shebang. I feel bad whoever's bunking with him now because that's bad. But my stomach started ripping, and I mean the girl, I don't talk to her anymore because of a whole other plethora of issues, and maybe I'll go down that road with you guys in some other story time. But the girl, she was offended by a couple farts. It was we were under the covers. It's keeping me warm, but that's that. Women don't like it that way. Um, but eventually, I couldn't go to sleep because of the snoring. So he's sleeping in a recliner, kind of like I'm in my front seat right now, like with his mouth open. And what ended up happening was, well, you know how sometimes when you bust ass, you can kind of feel how far the air shoots out of your ass before it dissipates? I had a good 6-inch shot. It would like blam and then dissipate. And it was pretty projectile farting. So I backed my butt up to his face as close as I could get and be comfortable. I pulled my pants down. I aimed and I let one rip straight into the back of his throat. And I distinctively remember him waking up. That don't taste right. Passing back out with his mouth shut, not snoring. So I passed out. The next day, he woke up before either of us, like he always does, because he would wake up at the butt crack of dawn to be like, I need to go home now. But instead of waking us up, he actually drank every drop of fluid that I had in my fridge. When I woke up, I'm like, hey, dude, acted like nothing happened, He was like, man, I had some weird dream that I was eating diarrhea. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. He was like, when I woke up, I had this nasty taste in my mouth, and I drank all your milk, I drank all your soda, I drank all your juice. I'm like, dude, what the hell? You drank everything. And he was like, I couldn't get rid of it. I don't know what it was. He was like, so he was I need to go home. He was like, I need to go home so I can drink some more. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I dropped him off. Later that day, we go over to the creep's house, and creep's a whole other story. We go to the creep's house, and I'm telling the story, and he shows up. And as soon as he shows up, whole room, and I'm talking like 12 people, bust out laughing. They're like, how'd it taste? How'd it taste? And he's like, what the hell? So I tell him the story, and he wasn't mad. I guess he liked the taste of my ass. Yeah, so that's the story of mouth farting, and there'll be more farting stories in the future to come, kind of like the Taco Bell story, because I got more poop stories to tell too. Tall tales of long logs. So there you have it. Check it out next time. It's up and down. And I love the sausage.